place called, it's a PNC Art Center is what it's an outside stadium, and she was like, look it up, see who's there, what's going on tonight, and it was Heart, Joan Jett, and Cheap Trick. So I can't believe you're saying that. And then I got home and so many people on Facebook were there last night. That had to be an awesome concert. Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. That should be a lot of fun.
So what are you working on next?
Well, I have several projects for Angela and I have played on and off for about 15 years. And in between that time, I was in a band called Big Bad Gina, and we toured nationally for 7 years.
Wow. And
Angela had also been special guest with us on several occasions. I also have written a one-woman play. When I came out as a lesbian in my teenage years, I got really involved in women's music. The women's music that didn't make it to the mainstream. Chris Williamson, Holly Near, Meg Christian, Farron, and the likes. And so I wrote a play honoring the women that broke down those walls and made it easier for up-and-coming women for the past 40 years to get into the music business.
That's fascinating.
And want to keep that going.
Sidebar here, which isn't even on our questions. So you're talking about women performers. I believe I read somewhere on one of your sites about Summer Osborne, correct? Have you played with her, or?
Yes, she is like the future of women's music. She not only brings you songs that are really good and deep and stick with you, she really walks her talk. She really walks in love and light and spreads it around.
Nice. We had the pleasure of interviewing Summer a couple of months ago, and
she's a powerhouse.
Yeah, she was a powerhouse.
Wow.
She is. She's as energetic as she is powerful, and her words. Yeah, we follow her now, and she's an incredible person. But what would be your favorite song that you've ever performed? One of your own covers, whatever one.
Gosh, I don't know if I can pick just one.
Okay, fair enough.
Of the songs that other people have written, I'm very in tune with the songs that I picked from my play. A lot of them are Chris Williamson. A lot of them are Holly Near. They're like the foundation of my music passion. I would sing them. My favorites of those, Wild Thing by Chris Williamson. It's one of my favorites that I can sing because it's really high in the singing range, and it's just beautiful. More mainstream, I sing The Story by Brandy Carlisle.
Okay.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And in tribute, I like to sing Prince's Kiss because I can sing in that range, and it's fun, and everybody knows that one.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody does.
Every song that Angela Edge has ever written has touched me in some way, and I say every single one of them are my favorite. And it's become a joke. We'll get done with that song, and I'll say, "Oh, that's my favorite."
So you have a lot of favorites.
Angela Edge is one of the most profound lyricists in my personal life. I just really love the way she spins a phrase, the way she will get away from your typical 4/4 grooves. Interesting things to the music.
It's important to have that balance in your life. Like she gives you helps you out with the music and the producing and that ear. And you guys really sound like you work really well together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to some more.
That's going to be fun. Well, before we close out and you let everyone know where to find you and some info about the event, I want to know what is your hope for Take Back Your Health benefit concert that's happening October 1st, right, at the ROTC in Arkansas. What is your hope for that benefit?
My hope for that is that we pack that place out the door, that people get hooked up with the healthcare practitioners they need, that people spread the word, and that somebody eventually will take over this organization for Wendy so that she can do the things she loves and feel good about what she has accomplished and pass it on. Because I'd like to see her have some more free time.
Yeah, I bet you now she's probably working hard to keep everything going, for sure. So tell everyone.
She works hard.
Tell everyone where they can find you, Jori.
You can find me at JoriCostello.com, and also I have a music page on Facebook, and we also have JoriandOxygen.coms around Facebook and Reverb Nation, and we're also launching a Patreon account where you, the subscribers, can sign up for a small donation. We will send you our new and upcoming videos once or twice per month. that's a Patreon subscribed account. You can also find us on. We're doing some live web stream concerts through Concert Window, and we put most of our news and announcements out on Facebook because that's where.
Well, we both wish you guys the best, and for
absolutely.
our listeners, they can go to bulldozerhealth.org and find more information about the event. Take Back Your Health benefit concert this October 1st. It's at the ROTC in Arkansas. Which town is it in?
We're in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
And if they want to donate and help out, they can go to bulldozerhealth.org. Oh, you have a pet too, like we do. We have our Wally here. Got to have those
to
pets.
Make special vocal appearances.
She was closing out the show.
I was
going to
say they held out to the very end. That's good.
Awesome.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. Well, Jori, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I was going to do the same thing to have you on our show. We really appreciate your time.
Yes, we look forward to listening to a lot more of your music, and hopefully we'll have you back on our show someday if you'd like to.
And good luck at the benefit concert.
Thank you so much, Jen and Michelle. It's been a real pleasure, and I wish you all the best, and congratulations again, and go on through your second season and then some.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you very
that.
much.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Join the conversation. #TheGirlsHour.
So we will be posting the information on the event Take Back Your Health on our social media. Actually, by the time this airs, we will have posted some of it. But if you're in the area in Arkansas, please go down and visit them and be a part of it. Learn more about the organization. We'll share the website. And it's definitely something we want to follow. And hopefully, I think they're coming to Connecticut at the end of the year. So we'll hopefully be able to be a part of that. And now we have our interview with Weekend Read author Jean Copeland.
The Girls Hour, available on podcast via joy.org.au/Girls Hour.
Well, today on the Girls Hour, we have writer and English teacher Jean Copeland. So welcome to the Girls Hour.
Hi, Jean.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being on. It is an honor and a privilege to get to talk to so many of the incredible Weekend Read authors that we have met and had the opportunity to work with now. It's a community that is just, it's thriving. And the more we get involved with writers like you, and it's amazing.
And sharing it with everyone.
Yeah.
It's like you're building their own base. They talk to each other.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see that happen.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
idea.
we really appreciate the opportunity because it's so important. Without people doing what you do, we wouldn't, nearly have the chance to get out there.
Well, this is great. And you know what, for our listeners who follow the Girls Hour, and I'm sure that you probably know this by just listening to us too, we are really going to build a community and to be able to take even just this genre of authors and writers and share it. As we say all the time, every leg under this table makes it stronger. And I love, like Michele just said, I love when I see the writers, talking to each other and sharing, and then our listeners getting involved. And, I think, we've had people who write to us and say, thank you for that book or thank you for that recommendation. And, we do always encourage them to write reviews for you guys too, but it's so neat. So we really are glad that you're here with us and we get to share you with our listeners. Tell us about how you began your writing career.
My writing career had a very spotty beginning. I didn't publish my first novel till I was 45. So I had on and off, done short stories forever. I was a short story writer. And then when I went back to become a teacher in my early 30s, that's when I started taking creative writing classes and really started cultivating my skills to the point where I could actually now get stuff published. So it's been about a little over 10 years now since I started publishing.
Fantastic.
Wow, that's great.
Fantastic. And you're with Bold Stroke Books, which has some phenomenal authors.
Absolutely. They are like the premier LGBT publishers in the country, and they're fabulous to work for.
How did you get involved with them?
I just went to their website and just followed the submission process like anybody can do.
Really?
And yeah. And what was so great about them is even though they rejected the original Beatrice manuscript, they gave me such good concrete feedback that they said, if you make these adjustments, we will read it again.
Oh, good. So
And
it isn't like you're, one and done, forget you. It's like some other publishing,
no,
because they have
not.
such a...
I mean, right. They actually care about writers. They care about cultivating the writer and the whole process. So, it's not just, okay, we can't make $1 million off of you, so you're out the door.
That's great.
So it was fantastic. And then the second time around, I submitted it, and they offered me the contract.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on that.
Now,
Thank you so much.
we featured your book, The Revelation of Beatrice Darby, as our weekend read, right? This was your debut book.
Yes.
And it was the Golden Crown Literary Award in 2016, right?
Yes.
That was awesome. So what was that experience of writing this novel like for you?
It was again, it was an experience that took me through a lot of different things. It started out as a short story.
Mm-hmm.
Then I used it as my master's thesis at Southern Connecticut State University.
Wow. Way to go.
So I've gotten a lot of mileage out of this story. And then after I got my master's degree, I felt like her story wasn't done. And so then I just worked on taking it from the novella that it was and putting it into a full novel. And, it was, in a way, it was cathartic for me because during my teenage years, I was totally in the closet. So I kind of got to create this sort of superhero version of my teenage self with Beatrice. So it was a pretty interesting experience just from that point of view.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Interesting, especially having read it now. You saying that, we'll talk. We could probably talk for hours about that because I'd have 10,000 questions, which my wife will kill me if I start asking now.
I had her do yesterday. We went to the shore, and on our way down to the shore, I asked her about this movie that was out, and she read the book to the movie. So I asked her, because I hadn't read the book, nor have I seen the movie yet, so I asked her about it, and I had got a narration that I don't have to even see the movie, nor do I need to read the book. It was fascinating. She goes through the descriptions, she creates the characters for me, I got the whole vision of it, and by the time we knew it, an hour, we were on the shore, and I was like, okay, well, I'm good. I don't have to read anything, nor do I have to watch anything.
So, hence why I said we'll do that. That'll be a conversation just between me and you, because my wife will kill me. Well, the book is it's beautiful. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. One of the things with the weekend reads that we try not to do is to do, we don't give too much of it away, and we don't give our own opinions, but it's getting harder and harder not to do that as we go further in this, because some of the books that we're given are just they really are. They're so moving and so powerful, and then to be able to talk to you, like even just what you just said now, that this was the version of you as a teenager, what it could have been, say, and it just makes it that much more interesting. So for our listeners out there who have not read The Revelation of Beatrice Darby, it is a must. Truly, truly, truly. Now, what do you have in the works for you right now? Like, what's happening in your writing world?
I'm working on the manuscript now for my third novel with Bold Strokes. I just signed the contract for that one. So I am definitely keeping busy with this writing stuff. So it seems to be working out so far.
That's fantastic. A question about, with being with Bold Stroke, or, and I'm sure it's the same with many different publishing companies. Do you are you required to do a certain amount of books a year, or is your original contract, does it just go as you go along? How does that work?
It's just a book by book basis. I could write as much or as little as I want, and I send it in to them, and they take a look at it, and if they want it, they will send me the contract for it.
Oh, okay. What is your writing schedule? Like, how do you write in your life?
It's, what, I have this issue with ADD. I'm undiagnosed attention deficit disorder, but in the summer it's easy because I write Monday through Friday until noon every day because I'm off as a teacher. But when I go back to work, it gets kind of hairy. I have to block out 3 to 4 hour chunks of time on the weekend. it's hard during the week when you're dealing with teenagers during the day. The emotional energy that you have left is not too great.
Right.
But it's really just if I could block out like a 3-hour chunk, I could usually get stuff done.
So we